In the last 1 year, as a coalition made up of Nigerians home and abroad, we have consistently stood at the vanguard of promoting democracy, rule of law, offering insights on all political matters we can. We shall continue to do so even more now. Rather than weaken our resolve, the recent happenings have further strengthened our resolve. Therefore, we are by this call extending invitation to our compatriots to join this struggle with COPDEM. And hence we tend to do the following. 1. We are going to relentlessly chase out the criminal political class from power. It is a task that must be done. We are going to search, encourage sons and daughters of nobodies with credibility, strong character, and integrity to run for political offices. We want to fight and contain tribal and religious sentiments in Nigeria's political space. We want to promote equal opportunities for every Nigerian. We see the promotion of national identity built on mutual understanding of our differences. We are looking forward to a day when every nationality in Nigeria can come together to produce a constitution that we can all be proud of. Therefore, this is instructive, ladies and gentlemen. Personal sacrifices are necessary for achieving lasting changes we desire in Nigeria. These we have chosen to undertake and demonstrate to Nigerians that what we seek is achievable collectively. We are the powers of the Chief Justice of Nigeria, and the depleting numbers of the justices of the Supreme Court has become the order of the day. In his considered opinion, the oversight functions of all the 4 major judicial bodies should not be rested on an individual alone, and that person with absolute powers, it is said, corrupts easily and absolutely. He also stated that the CJN neither confers with fellow justices nor seeks the counsel or input on any matter related to these bodies. He has both the final and the only say, according to what Justice Mohammed said, and that is dangerous in a democracy. It is tantamount to hijack of national institutions and pocketing of national institutions, privatizing of national institutions. And what is important to note here is that this is a statement of a retiring Chief Justice, of a retiring Justice of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. Does that really ring a bell? It does. He has stated that the Supreme Court, as a final court in the presidential, governorship, and National Assembly election appeals, leave the litigants who approach the court seeking justice in limbo, waiting endlessly for justice to be served. This is because one man makes decision for all the organs, and while they are forum shopping, the justice is being delayed across border. He said also that North Central and the Southeast no longer has representation at the Supreme Court, which is a very dangerous trend in Nigeria's political evolution. It is dangerous for democracy and equity for the 2 entire regions to be left out of the decision that will affect the generality of Nigeria. He further stated that the Supreme Court is in a state of unimaginable retrogression, and added that it is evident that the decision not to fill the vacancies in the court is deliberate. It is about absolute powers vested in the office of the Chief Justice of Nigeria and the responsible exercise of the same. Honorable Justice has spoken at length, and we have listed about 14 of them, but let me also say one of the things he mentioned, that it has become difficult to understand how and where by these functions the judicial pendulum swings when the rule of law is not followed, when the Chief Justice of the Federation hijacks institutions of the judiciary as stated by retiring Supreme Court judge, where people interpret the law at their own whims and caprices. Justice Mohammed has stated that it is difficult, hence, to understand how and whereby the decisions, the judicial pendulum swings. Faith and interest characterize the judicial institution, judges, and these things are not very convenient for national development. Finally, he concluded that the judiciary is existing from is far from what he voluntarily joined and desired to serve and be identified with, because it has become something else. That is an indictment on the judiciary, and this is coming from one who has served over 30 years and has risen to the apex of the Nigerian judiciary. It is not our statement. We understand that Nigerians are at a crossroad, but COPDEM and other partners in our democratic struggle have often said that our journey is not a sprint, it is a marathon. So, we want to tell Nigerians that want to see a better Nigeria, we have to remain focused on the goal. Tinubu will not be successful in inflicting Nigerian mind with the notion that crime and corruption is okay. The 2023 elections have shown the strength of the people's anti-establishment movement in Nigeria, and for the reduced rape numbers which he was given, the outing is promising in the following ways. It has shown the youths that they have a voice in the political future of our country. It has also shown that their voices can overwhelm the agenda of political godfathers. It has also shown that political touts, admiral, can only make noise but cannot change any political outcome. Judging by the way Nigerians rose, especially Nigerian youths, stood their ground. Despite what the outcome is today, Nigerians stood their ground. And here are some of those outcomes, things we must take home with us, that must continue to give us confidence to believe that there is future for Nigeria. It has shown that even in rivers, where result was changed, that they can uncover it. These are achievements for Nigerians. They did not relent even after the obnoxious results has been announced. They went further to probe because they were confident in who they voted, how they voted, and why they voted. To the extent that they were able to uncover the shenanigans and globally shamed those who mesmerized with the electorates. They've shown that the people are bigger than the local challenges in their states. Those who are asking them, where is your structure? They dumbfounded them and made them ashamed of their acclaimed structures and political sagacity. Nigerians and Nigerian youths, their outcome of 2023 election and their input has shown that the federal forces, that the dogged resolve of the people is standing for what they believe. Despite these federal forces, Nigerians stood for what they believe. They stood their ground. Some of them were injured, some were killed, some were denied, but the world saw them right before their cameras on television, standing up for what they believe. It has shown that the average man and woman in every ethnic group in Nigeria are frustrated with corrupt elite politicians pushing tribal and ethnic bigotry, and they want a better nation. We saw the Nigerian people rise in unison against politicians who base their campaigns on ethnic slurs, divisive religious, bigoted statements in attempt to hijack power.
And moving forward, our dear country is a democratic state and not supposed to be run by cabals. The outcome from the judiciary regarding the February 25th, 2023 general elections has drained the confidence of so many Nigerians in judiciary. Where is the democracy they promised us? Obviously, they are all fake promises. What we practice in Nigeria is not democracy, but demonstration of rascality and crazy. As Nigerians embark on a sad journey of renewed suffering and hardship, we call on international bodies and humanitarian organizations to have a look at the current situation of the once giant state of Africa and please come to the rescue of Nigerians. We also call on God, the supreme being and the maker of all things, to please touch the mind of our leaders and make them understand the cry of this bleeding nation for a new Nigeria. I remain Ambassador Justin Kegeland.